Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today, book of The Ugly Duckling from 1986. So let's get started. One fine summer day, a mother duck eggs began to crack. 6 little ducklings sprang from their shell. Peep, peep, they cried. Are you all here? The mother asked. She counted the ducklings. Then she looked into the nest. The largest egg was still unhatched. The mother duck sat, and at last the big egg began to crack. Peep, peep, cried the new duckling. The mother gasped when she saw him, for he was big and ugly. He did not look like the others. She thought, I wonder if he can swim. The duckling splashed into the water with the strange, ugly duckling last of all. He swam merrily with the rest. The mother was pleased. After a long swim, she marched the children into the barnyard to meet the other birds. Look at that big ugly one, some duck muttered. They began to laugh and peck at him. Leave him alone, cried the mother. He swam well, and he will grow to be a fine drake, I'm sure, but day after day, the poor little duckling life in the barnyard grew worse. Not only did the ducks make fun of him, but the chickens and the turkey did as well. Finally, he could not stand no more, and he ran away. He soon came to a swamp that was surrounded by woods. There he slept all night under a friendly moon. In the morning, the wild swamp ducks found him. You certainly are ugly one, Wild Duck said, but you may stay here as long as you don't bother us. Soon the ducklings stayed alone in the rustle for 2 whole days. Then 2 wild geese came, wanting to pass the time. You are so ugly that I like you, one of them said. Come with us and we will introduce you to some other geese. But before they could go, a great bang rang through the woods. In a flash, the 2 young geese were gone. Hunters and their dogs were coming through the woods. The duckling looked about him. Close by, he saw an enormous dog. His tongue hanged out of his mouth. The dog came closer and closer, but after a good look at the ugly duckling, it ran off another way. Thank goodness, the ugly duckling cried. When he was sure it was quite safe, the ugly duckling started to fly away. Flying was difficult, for there was a strong wind, but he kept on till evening, when he came to a little tumble-down cottage. The ducklings slept inside the cottage below to an old woman who lived there with a tomcat and a hen. What good luck, said the old woman when she saw the ugly duckling. We should have duck eggs if it doesn't turn out to be a drake. Can you lay eggs? The hen asked the ugly duckling. Can you purr on a arch? Wait, can you purr or arch your back? The tomcat asked him. No, said the ugly duckling. I can swim. Swim? Said the hen. What earthly good is swimming? You should learn to lay eggs. Or purr, added the tomcat. You do not understand me, said the young drake. I had best be on my way. Outside, the autumn wind was howling. The young drake's song was swum and dived, but he was all alone. One frosty evening, a flock of beautiful big white birds flew past. The young drake felt strange when he saw them. He cried out to them and spun around in the water, but soon the birds were out of sight. The weather grew colder, and one day the pond froze. The bird was stuck fast in the ice. Next morning, a kind peasant happened by. He broke the ice with his wooden clogs, and then he carried the bird home. The peasant children wanted to play with the bird, and they chased him around the room. He flew up in panic and spilt the milk on the floor. Oh, the peasant wife cried, raising her hand in horror. This frightened the bird some more. He flew into the new butter, and then into the flour bin. Out of my house before you spoil all the food, the woman cried, and she drove the young Jake outside again. For the rest of the winter, he slept in the marsh grass. When the sun began to shine warm again, he awoke. His feather was was a lighter color now. When he stretched his wings, he found that they was big and strong. The bird flew until he came to a splendid garden. There was a pond, and on it glided three of the beautiful white birds he had seen before. They will not let me swim with them, he thought sadly, but at last I can gaze at them in all their beauty. The swans swam closer, and the bird borrowed his head as they passed. But there, but, but there in the water, what did he see? A grateful, a grateful long neck white bird looked back at him, and this bird was lovelier than all the others. He had been a swan all along, so none had known it, and now all the beautiful swans was gathering about to welcome him. Two children ran into the garden. Look, look, one of them cried. There's the new one. He is the loveliest of all, said the other children. The swan was filled with joy. I never thought I should know such happiness, he said to himself, when I was but an ugly duckling. So that was The Ugly Duckling from 1986. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, have a groovy day with another video coming out real soon.